48 on the CDT. Yesterday I took a 0 where it was an adventure to Walmart. I road tripped for 280 miles. I got to Walmart, I resupplied, I went ham at the barbecue place, got ice cream at Dairy Queen. Shout out to Tags for the trail magic and the ride. Literally saving grace. Now I'm back on trail with my full pack, kind of heavy. It's kind of cold this morning. It was like 41 degrees, so it's a little chilly out here. We got some fog, but you know, the trail has turned out really cruisy, so that's a good thing. And yeah, we're going to truckle away today. We're going to try to do a few big days to kind of make up for the 0 yesterday. That was kind of unexpected. And it looks like I'm shooting for Dubai, Wyoming. That's going to be my next stop where I get new shoes. And yesterday on that 280 mile road trip, I got to drive through Yellowstone and I got to do a big loop with like a scenic drive. It was so cool. I got to see like mud volcanoes and some little geysers and beautiful meadows, buffalo, elk. Like it was pretty cool. It blows my mind how much wildlife is in the tourist sections than like out here in the wilderness where I'm hiking. It's kind of wild, crazy. But yeah, it was a beautiful day road trip, and I had a little bit of rain yesterday, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, so 280 mile Walmart trip for the win. And I also wanted to give a little update on the Yellowstone permit situation. You are supposed to have a backcountry permit to camp in Yellowstone. Yellowstone, you go through, it's only like 70 something miles. So the past 2 nights I stayed at Grant Village, which you don't have to have a permit, you just have to have a campsite. And today I plan on pushing past the Yellowstone boundary. Apparently there is some stealth sites around that area, and it puts me at maybe a 30 mile day, maybe 29-ish, 30. So that's what I'm shooting for today, just so I didn't have to worry about the permit situation. So that's just kind of update on that. And if you do need a permit situation, I have been told that Old Faithful is really helpful. The rangers will help you get situated. I've also been told that you can call within like 48 hours of being in Yellowstone, and they can actually help you over the phone and send it to you by email. And I think you can do it online. So there are some options to get your permit. Today has been wet, that's for sure. Well, it's definitely getting darker. The sun's going down. It's getting a little chilly. And I've just had a lot of creek crossings today. I hate doing this right before camp. Yeah, you got a little close there, buddy, didn't you? You got the cutest little wobble. Oh, and there was a deer. I just found this nice little shady spot. I'm gonna get out of the sun for a little bit, and I'm gonna take a good lunch. All right, guys, so for lunch, I'm doing ramen in a Ziploc. I got it soaking up in there, and I have cheese in there, and then bacon bits, and jerky, and the seasoning pack. Then I'm having a few bacon bits on the side. They're good. Got like a little baggie full. Bacon bits are good. You can pretty much put them in everything, and it's a little bit extra calories and protein, so yeah. And I'm gonna have me some peanut butter bites. I have a hard time getting peanut butter down, so I've seen these at the grocery store. I think it's a little different. They're not bad. I'd had a few yesterday. And yeah, that's gonna be my lunch. I may do a little bit of candy. Good to go. I prefer the Ziploc bags, the freezer dried bags, because it's a little bit less of a mess. Sometimes the cheese gets stuck on my pan and it's just kind of really hard to clean out, and I can just use the Ziploc as a trash bag. And I know it takes some time, but I think letting your feet air dry is very important. They are very pruny, if you noticed. All right, we have Hart River. A little bit of a water crossing. Kind of chilly. The sun's coming out and it feels so good that it's warming up. This morning was really chilly. And that's what's crazy. I feel like out here it's like the mornings and nighttime is really cold, but midday is pretty warm. So I feel like it's kind of one or the other. boundary sign to exit Yellowstone, so I'm going to keep pushing. It's getting dark on me though, so I don't really like that. I'm in like some really tall grass. Alright, so I found home for the night. It's a little dark. I just set up, I'm still blowing up my air mat. But it looks like a pretty good spot, and it looks flat for the most part, so I'm really excited for this.
On day 48, I was forced to disconnect yet again. I'm learning to take these longer disconnected periods better. At times it's difficult because you're not choosing to disconnect, but it's so remote out here and the service is non-existent. It is what it is, and there's nothing to do but accept it. I said my goodbyes to Tags and Chanel as I hiked on. I hiked by a lake and encountered some deep creek crossings. I seen some beautiful meadows. I dodged all the horse poo. I made friends with a frog, seen 2 snakes, a deer, a crazy chipmunks, and added a few bonus miles and hiked briefly with a porcupine. I pushed out of Yellowstone and ended my 29-mile day right at dark, embracing my cold, pruny, and stinging feet. As I was wrapping my head around all the crazy thoughts around healing and this crazy journey, I was reminded how emotions are guidance. When you truly know yourself at the core, you can feel the triggers and what doesn't bring peace. You can feel how emotions can guide you and follow your heart. If you're making a hard decision, take time to separate the logic and the emotions. Get tuned with yourself, and the answers will come. We may be chasing mountains, but the mountains actually never stop. There's always something to learn, and it's the valleys that take you up to the mountain.
All right, we are on day 49. Last night was really cold. This morning is cold. I just had some hot chocolate and grits, and I'm like taking advantage of my bag one more time before I get packed up. I should already be hiking, but yeah, this Alabama girl struggles in the cold. And I think I'm going to have some more water crossings today. It looks like another wet day. It looks like I'm going to be high in elevation too. And I'm not looking forward to putting on my wet socks and shoes. The mornings and getting warmed up is my least favorite. My feet are so cold. My socks are so wet. And all these bushes have a lot of condensation on them, so my legs are getting more wet first thing in the morning. And I think I have a water crossing very soon too. Oh, brr. I can't rock hop. Courage. Whoa. Slippery, muddy mess. Oh my goodness. A lot of little blowdowns this section. We are over 10,000 feet in elevation, so we are pretty high up there. We have some incredible views of mountains from a distance. Beautiful spot. This climb was a little bit steep in some spots, and it's a little windy. Beautiful day. Dadgummit, that right there was the most annoying thing ever, that little branch. Lord bless. Alright. It's there. climbing obstacle courses. Well, there was a few times I kind of feared for my life coming down that mountain with the loose dirt and loose rocks like that. I do not have enough traction on my shoes. So I feel like I was just skiing down, hoping for the best multiple times. Kind of made my heart stop. But hopefully I get shoes within the next week. Fingers crossed. I can feel my feet getting blisters from all the water crossings this morning, so I'm switching out. I had my ninjas on top of my bag drying, and now we're gonna put the darn tufts on my bag to let them dry, and we're gonna put the ninjas back on. My poor feet. Hopefully I'm gonna get a little bit of air. I've got a few hot spots on my feet. Yep. Hiker feet, man. I just seen my first bear on the CDT. It was a black bear. He was just chilling on Treyl, and I spooked him, and he just took off. Kind of cool. I don't know. It's just like when you learn to enjoy your own company, things are so different. And it's like all the little things that we make complicated in this world. It really doesn't have to be that complicated or that serious. And it's just crazy the things that you see when you don't have distractions. And I continue to learn so much about myself. And I was just sitting here like, I am at most peace than I've ever been in my entire life. And I'm sitting in the middle of nowhere with a beautiful view by myself, eating ramen in a Ziploc. It don't take much.
Unfortunately, we don't get to skip the seasons of life, and it's the seasons that can bring the most light. Sometimes we just have to know where to look and keep taking a step forward. It's the chapters that make the book. If you are struggling today or feel stuck in your season, keep going. You will eventually find the light and everything will make sense.
Well, that took a left turn. So today was hot and exposed, and I feel like when the sun is like hot like that, it like drains me, so I can feel the lack of energy, maybe a little bit of dehydration. I tried to chug some water down there at the creek. I'm not sure if you can tell how much sun I actually got today, but I'm like fried. My nose hurts to even like squinch it. So hopefully I can find camp soon and we can get set up before dark. That would be ideal. It kind of looks like a storm's rolling in too. Those clouds look dark. So, eyes are peeled. Oh, it's cold. Yeah, my feet can't handle the cold without shoes. I think I did something when I was like on the Pinhoti hike, and sometimes when my feet get really cold, they get really, really sensitive, and they actually sting and burn and itch. And I think it's because I still have some nerve damage going on. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just kept my shoes on, but my shoes are dry. All right, so it's almost 8 o'clock. I found this little spot. We set up camp here. It'll work. I am going to go over here and hang my food, seeming the fact I did see a bear today. And I see this big old sticker with bear activity in the area. So we're just going to be on the safe side and get our food away from our tent. I don't want to be that person tonight. I don't want to say flat spot, but semi-flat spot in the grass. Probably going to have a lot of condensation, but we're just going to roll with it. I think we got in 23 miles today, so yeah, I'll take it.
On day 49, I was reminded how self-healing is such a roller coaster. The more that I'm in solitude, disconnected from distractions, I continue to learn more about myself, and the more that I see the triggers, how things are connected, why we are the way we are, how trauma follows us through life, and the more I understand. Self-healing is a journey of awareness, and I'm learning how everyone has their own timing. I embraced all the water crossings, flying grasshoppers, a snake, grouse, even a black bear, and I made my way through bushes taller than me with steep elevation, loss and gain. As I made myself dinner, I was looking over into the mountains and I had a moment, and the tears just wouldn't stop. Everything seemed so blissful. Life can get pretty wild at times. I'm alone and disconnected, eating ramen out of a Ziploc, but I wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world. Life can truly be this simple. I reflected on my chapters, and I couldn't be more grateful to experience this and be where I'm at today. I felt so much peace with life, peace with myself, peace with accepting, and just peace. Sometimes it's the painful chapters that lead us right where we belong, and sometimes it's the chapters where we feel the most pain that make us feel the most alive.